Hello everyone, and welcome back to your grade 11 English class. Last few lessons we looked at Unit 11. We looked at a few vocabulary items, we looked at the grammar, and now we are going to continue with the writing and translation, as well as a few grammatical items. Are you ready? Let's go. As always, as before, I'm going to have a few pictures for you, and what I want you to do is to choose the word that best corresponds to the picture you see. Are you ready? Let's go. So you have some sort of an engineer. What is he doing? He's fixing. So another word for fix. If you chose the word amend, then you are correct. Amend is a verb, and it means to make things better or to improve. So for example, every attempt to amend the situation has been unsuccessful. Did you get that one? Let's look at the next one. I can't wait for something to happen. So when you're doing this, what are you doing? You are in anticipation. Very good. So when you anticipate something, anticipate is a verb, and it means to regard as probable or to expect or predict. So if you look at the example, we anticipate the arrival of the delegation soon. Did you get that one? Let's look at the next. So when someone is like, he's very worried and he's very anxious. Oh, I gave you the answer. So this is anxiety. Very good. Anxiety is a noun, and it is the feeling of worry, typically about unpleasant events or something with an uncertain outcome. So for example, she suffers from anxiety. She is always worried. So someone who has anxiety, they're always worried. They're always thinking, constantly thinking, and worried about what's going to happen. Did you get that one? I'm sure you did. Let's look at the next one. So, number 1. So which of these words best corresponds to number 1? Did you get it? I'm sure you did. It is chiefly. So chiefly means above all, so number 1, above all or mainly. Okay, so for example, this section consists chiefly of scientific books. Okay, so it's like a library and it's chiefly all about scientific books. Did you get it? Let's look at the next one. So verses, when you have two people, they are verse each other. They're against each other. What happens when two people are like against each other? They confront each other. Very good. So confront is a verb, and it means to threaten. So for example, people should confront their fears. So let's say, for example, I have a fear of heights. I'm scared of high places. I need to go to a high place to confront my fear. Okay? So let's look at the next one. So something that is happening all over the world. It is international. Very good. So international is an adjective, okay? And it means existing or occurring or carried on between two countries or more, okay? So for example, Fahad has achieved international fame. So he's famous in more than one country. It is international, okay? So let's look at the next word. So someone who is having a difficult situation. So when someone is under a difficult situation, they are in plight. Very good. So plight is a noun, and it is a dangerous or difficult or unfortunate situation. So for example, the plight he had to face made him stronger. So there was a situation, a difficult situation that he had to face, and it made him stronger. The plight made him stronger. Okay? So let's look at the next one. So we have some sort of meeting. So when you have a meeting, you're having a... Look at the words that you have left. Did you guess which one it was? It is symposium, of course. So symposium is a noun. And what it means is it is a conference or meeting to discuss a particular subject. Okay? So for example, recently I attended a symposium on positivity. Okay? So let's look at the next word. So you have football players. They are trying to, did you get it? They're trying to tackle each other. Very good. So tackle is a verb, and it means to make determined efforts to deal with a problem or a difficult task. So you're trying very hard to deal with this problem. You are tackling the problem. Okay? I will tackle my homework tomorrow. Okay? So it means I will attempt and I will do my homework and I will try very hard to solve it. Did you get that one? I'm sure it was pretty easy. Let's look at the next one. So you have a picture of the world. I gave you a hint. The world. It is worldwide. Very good. So worldwide is an adjective, which means extending or reaching throughout the world. So for example, tea is the second most popular drink worldwide. Okay? Did you get those ones? Did you? Yeah? I'm sure you did. They're pretty easy. Let's look at some of the multiple choice questions. So, number 1, Khalid tried to blank the situation by apologizing to me. So I have a friend, his name is Khalid. He had a fight with me, but he's trying to make it right. He's trying to fix it. Is it suspect, amend, consent, or confront? It is, of course, amend. Very good, excellent. So let's look at number 2. I felt my blank rise as the plane flew. So you're in an airplane and you're traveling. As the plane is taking off, what do you feel? You feel like a rush, right? Some people have symposium. No, they have anxiety. Okay, very good. So number 3, let's look at number 3. Do you have any suggestions about how best to blank this problem? So I have a problem and I want to face it. So when I'm trying to face this problem, I'm trying to tackle the problem. Very good, excellent. So let's look at the gap filling exercises. The words that we have are chiefly, intentional, anticipated, worldwide, plight, and confronted. Let's look at number 1. Nobody blank this crisis would last. So there's a crisis and it lasted for a long time. Nobody anticipated this problem would last. Very good, excellent. So let's look at number 2. For many years, Sarah lived abroad. Blank in France. So she lived abroad, but it was in one specific country that she stayed in the most, which is chiefly in France. Very good, excellent. So number 3. They blank the invaders at the shop. So people were trying to rob this shop, but the people were able to confront them. Very good. So they confronted the invaders at the shop. Did you get those? Yes? No? I'm sure you did. They're pretty easy. Go over them again so that you can make sure that you've got them correctly. Okay? Now, let's look at the writing. Okay? We've done writing before, but I want to go over it again for this unit. Okay? So, like I said, for the writing task, you have 2 things that you need to have. You need to have an outline and you need to have the essay. We said that the outline are thoughts and ideas for you. Okay? So you're organizing your essay in bullet point format so that you know what you're going to write about next. Okay? So in bullet point format for the outline. In bullet point format, write your main ideas, supporting details, ideas, and examples, and thoughts. Okay? Try to put them in order so that you don't mix them up. Then comes the essay. The essay is where you write your actual essay in full. So not in bullet points, in full. Okay? So, for the rubrics, what I am looking for as a teacher, as someone who marks your paper, what I am looking for is outlining, so the bullet points. I'm looking for the ideas and the coherence of the essay. So coherence means does the essay go in an organized way and in an organized fashion? Okay? I'm looking for paragraphing. So we said for the writing essay, you need to have 4 paragraphs. So I want to see those 4 paragraphs, okay? And I want to see the number of sentences too. So if I ask you for 14, I want 14, okay? Spelling, make sure that the spelling is correct, make sure that the grammar is correct, and also handwriting, 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 handwriting. You could write the most beautiful essay, okay? But if I cannot read it, what's the point? So make sure your handwriting is good, okay? So for this essay, it is an argumentative essay, okay? And we said before that an argumentative essay means that you're having an argument between 2 people, okay? So in this essay, you need to write your point of view and you need to write the other person's point of view. But you need to challenge the other person's point of view, okay? So 4 body paragraphs, I want an introduction. I want 4 paragraphs. Introduction, body paragraph 1, which is your ideas, body paragraph 2, which is the opposing ideas with the refutation, and I want the concluding paragraph. Okay? So let's look at the format of each. So for the introduction, I want a hook and the thesis statement. Okay? And we are going to look at each one in detail in a few minutes. For the body paragraph 1 and body paragraph 2, you need to have your main ideas, you need to have your supporting details and examples. For the concluding sentence, or for the concluding paragraph, I want a concluding sentence or I want a summary of what you said. Okay? So let's look at the introduction. How do I write a good introduction paragraph? A good introduction paragraph consists of a few sentences, 2 or 3 sentences. I want, okay, a hook, okay, and a hook is, like I said before, it is what the fishermen use to grab the fish and to reel it in, okay. So I want you to reel the reader in, okay. I want you to pull the reader. How? With a hook. Give me a definition, give me a quote, give me a question, give me a general statement of the topic. Then I want your thesis statement. Your thesis statement should be, this essay will discuss, or this essay will talk about da 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 da. Okay? Then what I want is your plan development. Your plan development tells me, the reader, how you are going to go. So you're going to tell me, first I will talk about this, then I will talk about this. That's it. Okay? So let's look at this example. First, let's read the question. Some animals have become endangered because of hunting. Some people are with the idea of hunting animals, while others are against. In 14 sentences, 160 words, discuss both sides of the argument and show your point of view. So let's look at the example here. Some animals now only exist in history books. Okay? They were hunted for many different reasons. While I do believe that hunting animals for food is necessary, hunting them to use their skins and fur for fancy clothes is not. So let's break down this paragraph. What is the hook? Where is the hook? It is the sentence that grabs the reader. It is, of course, the first sentence. Some animals now only exist in history books. Okay? What about the thesis statement? Where is it? While I do believe that hunting animals is for food, is necessary, hunting them to use their skins and fur for fancy clothes is not. So here, you showed me your stance. You showed me your position. Okay? So this is the thesis statement. Okay? Now let's look at how to write a good paragraph or a good body paragraph. You need 2 body paragraphs. Okay? So for the first one, I need you to write the topic sentence, which is a sentence related to the introduction. Then what I need you to do is put in the supporting details. For the supporting details, you can put as much as you want, but give me examples, give me proof, show me that what you are saying is correct. Okay? Very good. So let's look at this example. There are several reasons why people would hunt animals. One of these reasons, or one of those reasons, is for pleasure. Some people actually find pleasure in hunting animals, and use the hunted animals' heads as trophies and place them on their walls. Where's the topic sentence? It is related to the introduction. Which of these sentences is related to the introduction? It's the first one. Very good. Okay. Now let's look at the supporting details. This is the first one. Some people do it for pleasure. There's an example. Okay, and they put it on their walls. Okay. Now let's look at the refuting paragraph. You need to have a topic sentence and supporting details, the same as before. But you need to refute the ideas. So let's look at this. However, many people would argue that this is exactly why these poor creatures are going extinct. For example, because of hunting, the number of pandas has decreased to 1,860 in the whole world. This is why the Chinese government now protects these beautiful creatures. Where's the topic sentence? The first one. Very good, excellent. And where are the supporting details? It is the second one, the opposing view. You are putting an opposing view. And this is the refutation. This is why the Chinese government protects these beautiful creatures. Finally, a conclusion. The conclusion, you can either summarize what you just said or just give me a concluding sentence. In conclusion, this essay talked about. Okay? So for example, to summarize or to sum up, not all animals should be hunted unless people want to eat them. Or for example, in conclusion, animals have their habitats in the wild and we should leave them alone. Okay? So did you get all that? I'm sure you did. Repeat this episode more than once so that you can get it. Let's look at the translation. When you translate, it is from English to Arabic. Okay, it's from Arabic to English. So make sure you get the grammatical, you get the grammatical structure correct. Okay, so you need to make sure that when you translate from Arabic into English, you make sure that the grammar is correct. Okay. You make sure that you translate the meaning of the sentence. Don't translate it word for word. Understand the sentence, understand what is being said, and translate it in your own words. Okay? So let's look at this example. Jabir says, يجب علينا أن نواجه المشاكل الدولية معا. Yusuf replies, نعم. وأتوقع الندوة ستعالج هذه المشاكل الدولية. Okay? What are the key words here? So we have يجب, we have نواجه, we have المشاكل, we have الدولية. Okay? We have also أتوقع, we have الندوة, we have ستعالج. So when I translate it, how is it going to be? We say, for example, we must confront the international problems together. I want you to notice here, in Jabir he said, يجب علينا. So it's supposed to be, must we. But for English, we put the subject first. So it becomes, we must. This is what I mean by following the grammatical rules of the language. Okay? Yusuf says, yes, and I expect the symposium is the word that we just took. Okay, and Nadwa, symposium, it is the word that you just took with this unit. Will tackle, ستعالج, you also took this. This worldwide problem. So again, we must confront the international problems together. Yusuf says, yes, and I expect the symposium will tackle this worldwide problem. In summary, or to summarize everything we've just said, we looked at the writing, okay? We looked at an argumentative essay. We looked at some of the new vocabulary items. For the argumentative essay, introduction, I want the hook and the thesis statement. For the body paragraph, give me your side. Then give me supporting details, then give me examples. For the body paragraph 2, give me the opposing details and challenge those details. Then put me the conclusion, and we also looked at the translation and how to tackle the translation. I hope you got all that, and I hope you had fun with this episode, and I hope to see you again.